Hi, I'm Nathan Erznosnik with the Grace Company. Excited to be with you today. You can see we're here in front of the Q-Zone hoop frame. And today I'm going to just really briefly talk about some of the materials that we use in manufacturing this product. Grace Company's been around for many years, over 35, and we've been manufacturing and designing quilting frames that entire time. I'm going to show you some of the technologies and some of the insights that we've been able to bring into this new frame, and to let you know that there's absolutely an immense amount of quality and time, and that this frame will last you a lifetime. I'm going to talk about the number one item that gets touched most frequently when we're moving and managing the fabric, and that is the quilt clips. And I have a set right here. So these are a pair of the quilt clips. You can look at the design, and the reason I bring these up first is everybody wants to know, because if you were to look at them, they're a little flexible, and so then people think, well, they're plastic. And when we hear the word plastic, people start worrying a little bit about, well, are they durable or not? And so let me be very clear. These aren't just a plastic, but they're what we refer to as polycarbonate. And that's what safety glasses are made out of. A lot of bulletproof items. If you've ever been into a convenience store, it's a material that is very resilient, so it can last an extended life. It has a very long usable span, and so the flexing doesn't actually wear the plastic. And I'm going to hit these together here, but they're incredibly strong and durable. So unless you're going to probably run over them with your car, they really will last the entire lifetime of the frame. I'm going to pull one off and put one on just to show you again. And they don't get a whole lot of wear either, but we take our two hands, that pops them on and off, and you can see that there's minimal flexing, but we still want that, and that's actually what we use to create tension on the rail. So I did want to point this out. Another thing I want to talk about is the frame itself. All the tubing is steel, and so we do use steel tubes that are welded, and then we use a powder coating on the top, and that powder coating isn't like a paint that can just scratch off. It's a very durable material. And I'm going to bring this up. This is the track support, and I wanted to show you, if you come and take a look at this, you can see how thick the steel is. This is also an additional bent piece, and this is the track that goes on top of the steel. And let me kind of show you where this is on the frame. If we look right in here, this is the component. And it's incredibly important to make sure that this is thick enough, that it's strong enough. We don't want any flexing depending on the weight of our machine. And so by building it with the right materials, we end up by being able to create longevity and the use and the correct function with those parts. I'm going to have you kind of come with me down here to the corner. This is one of the corner braces, and I like to kind of show, again, how thick. There's no way that someone's going to be able to bend or break this component piece, and this is the part that goes right here. And it's one of the corner braces we use to bolt the corner of the frame together. So I like to show this because the weight of the frame is sitting and it's being transferred to these legs through these really heavy steel parts. The other part I'd like to point out is on the end of the frame, you'll notice that we actually weld the tubing together. So this entire frame side is one unit. It comes assembled as one unit, which makes it easier for you to assemble. More importantly, it creates a lot of stability. So if I were to come and put my weight on this, we could stand or we could push and shove this, and we're not going to get any movement or any flexing in this particular part of it as well. And again, I like to kind of show those elements in context of the whole frame, so that when you're buying a steel frame, there are unique components, and some of those are made out of different materials like polycarbonate. We do run some things that are run with ABS, but every single piece, if we were to look at this area here, has been designed for its very specific function and feature. And in fact, I'm going to take this thumb screw out. Again, you'll see that we custom designed this part that makes it easy for us to take the rail in and out. And I like to just show this because when we design a frame, not only are all the parts specifically designed for their purpose, but they're meant to be used over and over and over for the entire lifetime of you and your quilting process, and hopefully the generations to come. So again, I just wanted to touch point on the different materials and the build structure and the quality. We're glad, and we really feel that quality is an important piece to have, and that we use the right materials in the right places, and our engineers do a fantastic job at doing that. We're excited to bring these kind of products to you. Look forward to more of them. And again, we look forward to answering more questions with the Q-Zone hoop frame. For other questions, feel free to call 1-800-264-0644. Again, you can contact us at 1-800-264-0644 with any questions.